What's up, YouTube? Three Pedal J here in the basement, not the garage. And behind me, you see a bunch of tires and whatnot. We're gonna get started and mount our bead locks with our Mickey Thompson ET Street Rs. Stay tuned. Alright guys, so I have never mounted my own tires before, but today we're gonna go ahead and give this a shot because I've seen enough people do it and it doesn't look like it's that hard. So these are bead locked, and we're gonna try to give this a shot. I got Firstborn recording today, so let's see how this goes. So we got these really sick, sexy Mickey Thompson ET3Rs. These are, if I'm not mistaken, these are 28, 10, 5, 17. Let's see if I can find it. Where it says it there. These are by spy, yeah. 28 by 11.5. I was wrong. These are 28, 11.5, 17. And that's why I went the Mickeys over the Hoosiers, because I want 11.5 inch wide tire. So they use like all kinds of weird liquid for this. I'm just using Windex. I've seen it done with Windex before, so I don't know if this is gonna work or not, but I hope it does. And I didn't bring any tools besides me, so it should be fun. This is going to be a pain in the ass, but I hope it's that. Oh, look at that! We got it, people, we got it. Alright, so now we just got to get this centered up on the bead lock. Put the bead locks on it, and I can hopefully put some air in it. That was way too easy. I don't think it was supposed to be that easy.
Don't even look like it fits.
What do you mean it don't look like it fits?
Looks like the wheel's too small.
No, the wheel's definitely not too small. Playing with my emotions, homie. Get this straight. Are we? Oh. So I gotta go. I'm gonna have to wait. I mean, the wheel's definitely close. Not gonna lie about that. Like, some of these are gonna be a pain to screw down. Yeah, we're gonna adjust this a little bit. I stopped the camera.
Oh.
Alright guys, come down here just a little bit. So there's a little lip that you got to get the bottom part around. So once you get that done, then you can kind of put these guys on, and they should, well, you got to get it to line up properly. So obviously that wasn't right. Now I gotta figure out which way this. These have to go on a certain way. There it is. So now we should be good. Obviously, so before anybody asks, I don't have a compressor down here, so I'll have to bring this out to the main shop where we're working on Prime Firstborn's charger as well. So we'll get some air in these guys here in a little bit. I just want to get it started by hand. And then it's that simple. It's going to be a video all over the place because we're going to talk about Prime's car. We're going to, obviously you guys see me mounting new tires for SickWeek. Hopefully everything works out well.
Tell him to put his front bumper on in the comments.
There it is right there.
Exactly, put it on.
Nope. So just like that, we got it done. We got the first one done. One's done.
All right, question. You're on the spot here.
Why are you talking on my YouTube channel?
Because I'm the main character always. But question.
Look at that.
What is the benefit of having this bead lock wheel versus like a normal?
So that's a good question, and I think some people would want to know that. So I thought you were going to be a smarty pants, but you're asking a legitimate question. So the reason why we do bead locks is, so you see how I'll show you an example on this one. Come over here. So you see how this doesn't have anything around? It's just locked normal.
Yeah.
So potentially, this tire, if it was on the back of my car and I left at how I leave, this rim could spin and the tire could be in place and not move. So it could spin the tire. The rim could spin inside the tire, and the tire not move, so you're losing traction. So you're not getting traction. So with bead locks, the whole purpose of bead locks is to
make them one.
Make it so that it can't. So now that it's like that, right? So there's a bead on the back, but then this holds it. So this is literally pushing down against the tire. Yeah. So this makes so that it has to grip. So that helps, get wrinkle and launch. So that's the purpose for bead locks, to get better grip and better launch. So once we blow these up, I'll show you the difference. We'll go out to the garage because we're gonna go, and I'll show you the difference between this with a bead lock and our normal slicks. Our normal slicks, which I should have on the bead locks, but I only have one set of bead locks, are like that. I haven't had any problem with the normal slicks, but I'm going to SickWeek. I want to make sure I got all the traction. So I'm gonna bring both tires and see if these do better, if the other ones do better. We're like, the whole part of racing is to do a lot of different testing to see what's the best situation for you. So I'm gonna bring these, and I'm gonna bring the slicks. They're both bias ply. I know you don't know that, but I'm talking to the audience now. So they're both geared for manual racing. Radios, which are what most people use, are better suited for automatics. Now, the guys that are super fast, that I'm not, they have figured out how to make radios work on stick cars. Eventually, when we get to that point, I might try radios, but I'm not at that point yet. So we're gonna stick with what I know works, and we're gonna use these guys. So hopefully I don't have any problems when I go to mount this, when we go to put air in it, because it's gonna be interesting. We'll mount this other one, and then we'll go outside. We'll put air in them, and then I'll show you when I'm talking about the difference. But that was a great question.
Yeah.
Appreciate it, main character, Prime.
Yep, making your content good.
Whatever. All right, guys, here's the second one. And what I want to show you is, do you see this lip? That's another difference between the bead locks and the non-bead locks. There's this little lip where you got to get the tire to set on. And if you look, it's grooved. So that helps with making it so that it doesn't slip. So Prime asked a question about why we would use bead locks over just regular rims, and part of it is for the slipping action of the tire. We want all the propulsion and all the traction and all the grip. So this just adds when you start getting into high horsepower applications. A lot of people use bead locks that don't have the power that my car makes, and I don't think my car has enough power for them either. But you know, if you're not really pushing 800 plus horsepower, I don't really think you need bead locks. But we're definitely at 800 or more, so that's why we're using them. So just wanted to show you guys that real quick. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put a little bit of Windex around here and on the actual rim, or on the actual tire, and hope that we get this to go on even easier. So more to come. So we're in the garage, and Firstborn and I just got the new slicks, or they're not really slick. They're ET Street R's. I don't know what to call them because they're not really a radio, because it's not a radio construction. It's a bias ply construction. But anyway, here are my Hoosiers that I have on my 17x9 rims, and then these are 17x10 rims. And if you look at do the comparison between the width of it, you'll see that this guy is just a little bit wider, and you can see that the sidewall is a little bit wider as well. So this is 17 by 11.5, and this is 17 by 10.5 or 10.0. I'm sorry, but Prime asked earlier about the difference between bead locks and why versus non-bead locks. So if you look, this tire is on the inside here, on the lip, on the front, and in the back, right? So that allows the tire, a lot of times when you're at the track, you'll see guys put a white line right here using chalk, and they can see how much rotation they're getting and how much spin, excuse me, how much slippage they're getting when they're running. Those are all the guys that don't have bead locks. They do that. And then there's another way of doing it. It's a little cheaper. You can screw the tire. I don't like that because then you put a hole in the tire and you can't really use it anymore. You mess up the sidewall, the lock here. But a lot of old school guys will do that as well. They'll have screws that go along. In fact, I have some wheels for the Dakota that use screws in it, but I'm not gonna show you guys that because I gotta dig them way out from over on the other side over there. But that's the difference between the two setups. So these are this is a wider wheel than this wheel, so that's 10 inches versus 9, and then the tire is 11.5 versus 10.5. So, or I'm sorry, versus 10. So this is a 28, 10.0, 17. So the 10.0 is the 10-inch wide, and 11.5 is the 11.5-inch wide. But that's what we got. So I'm going to bring both of these with me to SickWeek because these are brand new slicks. These got like 3 passes on it. And as you can see, we just mounted these guys. So these guys are extremely new as well. These guys have 0 passes on it. Still got the sticker. These are sticker tires. So we'll bring both of these out here and see which one gives us a better 60-foot after we get, you know, the anti-lag boost set up on the 2-step. And then hopefully we'll be leaving between 2 to 4 PSI of boost, and we can make some things happen. The goal is to try to run a 9-something or a 10.0 and just be competitive in the stick shift class. So that's the class we'll be in SickWeek. We'll be in stick class. I know I have no shot at winning, so anybody who follows me, my 260 followers, I appreciate all of you guys. But I have no shot. There's 7-second stick cars that will be at SickWeek. And then I know for a fact that Rich Greedo and Bill Armstrong, the creator of the Bang Shift Billy, those guys go 850s all day long. So there's literally no shot that Frankenstein and I can compete unless I'm willing to blow them up, and I'm not. I'm just not willing to blow them up. So if we can go, you know, 990s to 1030s and be reliable and safe, that is my goal. That'll put us somewhere in the middle of the pack. And we'll just be there for the fun and enjoyment. So
that's beta.
What is that?
That's beta.
That's beta. I can't with you.
Hey.
So that's what the goal is. But with that, this video I'm gonna end, and then we'll get working on Firstborn's transmission. So we'll start a new video for that because it's gonna be a lot going on there. With that being said, 3 Pedal J saying rev her up, dump the clutch, grab a gear, disappear. Peace.